Hi guys, this is John from Meat University, and this is Meat Processing Equipment 208, low temperature cooking in an oven. For almost any type of cured sausage, one of the best things you can do is to start the temperature of your smoker or oven at no more than 20 degrees higher than the body temperature of the animal was. This prevents the proteins in the meat from suffering too much from heat shock damage. Now, the problem is that most home smokers or ovens don't go that low. One of the ways people combat this is by propping the lid of their smoker or even their oven open a little bit to let some of the heat bleed out. To do this, you're going to need some sort of thermometer with a probe that has the ability to act as an ambient temperature thermometer, so you'll know what the actual temperature of the oven is. So we began by setting our oven to 175, which is the lowest that our oven will go, and propping the door open a good amount to let some of the heat escape. We quickly found out that this was way too much propping and that only a really small opening was necessary to let that heat bleed out. Now, we were able to stabilize our top rack at exactly 120 degrees, but our bottom rack continued to change dramatically, so we gave up and moved everything to the top rack. We're also lucky enough to have a convection oven option in this oven, so for the first hour, I turned that on to keep the air moving. This mimicked the airflow of a smoker with the dampers wide open, so it worked really well for our initial drying phase. After they had cooked for an hour at 120 degrees, we began to experiment with moving it higher and higher. Now, we were able to get the top rack to reach 130 and stay pretty much right there by closing the door even more, and then 150 degrees by opening the door more and raising the temperature. And then finally we got it to 180 simply by closing it and leaving it at 175. It stayed right around the 180 degrees there. Now, we also decided to pull some of these and finish them up sous vide style. We moved some into a sous vide cooker when they were 100 degrees internal temperature, some at 120 and some at 135. And we moved one of the ones that was 120 to a pot of water that we'd stabilized at 170 degrees on a stove to prove that even if you don't have a sous vide cooker, you can still get a sous vide style finished product as long as you're patient and careful. Now, we've done this before, and again, we found that you should wait until your product is in between 120 and 135 before moving it to the sous vide cooker. The pepperoni that we moved at 100 degrees just didn't have as good a texture as the ones that we dried longer in the oven or smoker. As you can kind of see, it's got a wetter texture. I know that might sound like something you want, but you really do want that extra drying time. It didn't matter whether we did it in a pot, whether we pulled it at 120 or 135, other than how long it took to get up to 160. These three had a great texture. The one that we pulled at 100, not pleasing. Biting into it was just a little bit too much moisture, not what you're expecting from a pepperoni or really any type of semi-dried sausage. As always, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and visit waltonsinc.com and meatgistics.com to find everything but the meat. Thanks for watching. I'm John with Meat University, and I'll see you guys next time. Subscribe to Walton's YouTube channel to watch more amazing videos, or shop at waltonsinc.com to find everything but the meat. Check out our latest sales and giveaway video here, or watch another hand-picked video by clicking here.